Wishing you a wonderful day, everyone. Welcome back to Senior Life Tips, your go-to place for living stronger, healthier, and the happier every single day. Today, we're diving into our special series, Seniors Health, packed with simple tips and powerful insights to help you stay energized, pain-free, and full of life. Let's get started. 7 calcium-rich foods that beat milk and strengthen your bones after 50. Have you ever looked at a glass of milk and thought, this is my secret weapon for strong bones? I know I have. For much of my life, I believed milk was the gold standard for calcium. It's what I gave my kids, what I added to my morning cereal, and what every health commercial seemed to recommend. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. I began noticing that the more milk I drank, the more I still felt stiffness in my knees, occasional backaches, and that quiet concern. That maybe, just maybe, my bones weren't strong as I thought. And then something unexpected happened. I visited a neighbor, married to 68, full of life, but with her arm in a cast. I fell on my front steps, she told me, shaking her head. You know what's crazy? I drink milk every day. Her doctor later revealed that her calcium levels were still low. That moment stuck with me, because it made me question what I thought I knew. What if milk wasn't enough? Or what if it wasn't even the best source of calcium? So I started digging. I spoke with nutritionists, read journals, listened to seniors who had faced bone loss and come out stronger. And what I discovered truly changed the way I look at food and aging. It turns out there are everyday foods, simple, natural foods that contain even more calcium than milk. And not only that, many of them are easier on our digestion, better for our hearts, and perfect for the nutritional needs of those of us over 50. Today, I want to share those 7 powerful foods with you. This isn't just a list, it's a guide, a practical roadmap to protecting your bones in a way that feels sustainable, enjoyable, and proven to make a difference. And if you're like me, someone who wants to stay active, independent, and healthy well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond, this might just be one of the most important things you hear this year. 1. Let's start with a tiny seed that's surprisingly powerful. Chia seeds. I used to think of chia seeds as something trendy, reserved for health nuts or Instagram smoothies. But did you know that just 100 grams of chia seeds contain over 600 milligrams of calcium? That's more than half your daily requirement, and far more than a glass of milk. But that's not all. Chia seeds also offer plant-based protein, gut-friendly fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids, which are fantastic for both heart and brain health. What I love most is how easy they are to incorporate. Some mornings, I stir 2 teaspoons into almond milk, add a dash of cinnamon, and let it sit overnight. By morning, I've got a creamy, nutrient-packed breakfast. One of our viewers, Alan, told me he started adding chia to his yogurt every morning. 3 months later, his doctor noted improvements in his bone density. 2. The second food might be sitting right in your pantry, almonds. These crunchy little nuts aren't just a tasty snack, they're a bone-building powerhouse. A 100-gram serving gives you around 260 milligrams of calcium. But the real magic is in the magnesium. Almonds contain just the right balance of calcium. And magnesium, a combination that helps ensure calcium goes where it's needed, into your bones, not your arteries. Magnesium acts like a traffic cop for calcium. Without enough of it, your body might store calcium in the wrong places. That's what makes almonds such a brilliant snack. I've started keeping a small jar on the kitchen counter. When the afternoon hunger hits, instead of reaching for cookies, I grab a handful of almonds. Judy, a member of our senior community, told me this simple swap helped her feel more energized, and her nails even grew stronger. 3. Next up is a humble seed with a bold reputation, sesame. You've probably seen sesame seeds sprinkled on burger buns or sushi rolls. But did you know that 100 grams of sesame seeds hold nearly 1,000 milligrams of calcium? That's almost 4 times more than milk. They're also rich in zinc, magnesium, and phosphorus, all crucial for maintaining bone integrity and reducing inflammation. Now, I'll be honest, I don't usually eat spoonfuls of sesame seeds, but tahini, that's a different story. This creamy paste made from ground sesame is a staple in Middle Eastern cooking. I drizzle it on roasted veggies, blend it into salad dressings, or even add a spoonful to my smoothies. A friend of mine from Lebanon told me her father, now 82, walks several kilometers a day. Every morning he eats flatbread with tahini and olive oil, a tradition that might just be secret to his vitality. 4. Now let's shift from seeds to the sea and talk about sardines. Yes, sardines. Those tiny canned fish that some folks shy away from. But here's the deal. Sardines, especially when eaten with their bones, are among the best natural sources of calcium. A 100-gram serving offers around 380 milligrams of calcium. And the soft edible bones, they're not only safe, but also highly absorbable. What makes sardines even more powerful is that they're also high in vitamin D, a nutrient that's absolutely essential for calcium absorption. Without enough vitamin D, your body simply can't use the calcium you eat. Sardines also give you omega-3 salt for heart health and quality protein to preserve muscle mass. My Uncle Joe used to wrinkle his nose at sardines, but after his cardiologist recommended them, he tried mashing them with lemon and herbs on toast. Now it's part of his weekly routine. And he swears he has more energy than ever. 5. If you prefer plant-based foods, you'll love the next one. Calcium-set tofu. Tofu is already known for being high in protein, but not all tofu is created equal. Look for tofu made with calcium sulfate. It's often labeled calcium-set. This type offers about 350 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams, and is a fantastic choice for those avoiding dairy. Tofu is easy on the stomach, naturally cholesterol-free, and incredibly versatile. I like to stir-fry it with garlic and broccoli, blend it into smoothies, or bake it into cubes with herbs. Carol, a retired nurse I met at a wellness workshop, told me she switched to tofu after her cholesterol spiked. I never thought I'd love it, she said. Now it's a weekly staple. 6. And then there's kale and collard greens, the leafy greens that deserve more credit. We've all heard about spinach, but kale and collards offer calcium in a more absorbable form and with lower levels of oxalates, compounds that can block calcium absorption. Kale has around 150 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. Collard greens pack even more, up to 230 milligrams, and they're rich in vitamins A, K, and C, all of which support strong bones. James, a retired teacher, grows collard greens in his backyard. He salts them with olive oil and garlic nearly every evening. His last bone scan, above average for his age. Must be the greens, he told me, laughing. Whether raw in salads or cooked in hearty dishes, these greens are an easy, affordable way to feed your bones. Now, before you start loading your plate with all these calcium-rich foods, there's something you should know. Calcium doesn't work alone. Your body needs helpers to absorb and use it properly. The most important partner is vitamin D. Without it, your body can't absorb calcium efficiently. You can get vitamin D from sunlight, fortified foods, or fatty fish like sardines and salmon. Magnesium also plays a key role. It helps activate vitamin D. Think of it as the ignition key for your calcium engine. You'll find magnesium in whole grains, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. Then there's vitamin K2, which helps guide calcium into your bones and away from your arteries. K2 is found in fermented foods like hard cheese, egg yolks, and a Japanese dish called natto. On the flip side, certain habits can actually rob your bones of calcium. A high-sodium diet can cause your body to lose calcium through urine. Excess caffeine may also reduce absorption. And while spinach is nutritious, it's high in oxalates, which can bind to calcium and make it harder for your body to use it. My friend Grace learned this the hard way. Despite taking calcium supplements daily, her bone scans kept showing problems. Her doctor eventually discovered she was severely deficient in vitamin D, a few months of sunlight walks and anew. Supplement routine made a world of difference. So how much calcium do we actually need? According to the National Institutes of Health, men between 51 and 70 should aim for 1,000 milligrams per day. Women in that age range and all adults over 70 should get 1,200 milligrams daily. That might sound like a lot, but spread throughout the day, it's very doable. A chia pudding in the morning, 180 milligrams. Tofu stir-fry at lunch, 350 milligrams. Almonds for a snack, 100 milligrams. And some collard greens with dinner, 230 milligrams, and you're there. If you want to stay on track, try keeping a simple food journal, using an app like MyFitnessPal, or posting a calcium checklist on your fridge. My aunt and I made one together on a whiteboard, and she says checking it off every day makes her feel more in control of her health. And now that you're armed with this knowledge, let me offer you a simple challenge, a 7-day calcium boost. Each day this week, try adding just one of these bone-strengthening foods to your meals. On Monday, add chia to your breakfast. Tuesday, snack on almonds. Wednesday, try a tahini dressing. Thursday, eat sardines on toast. Friday, stir-fry tofu. Saturday, sock collard greens. Sunday, combine your favorites into a hearty, nourishing dinner. And here's the bonus. Pay attention to how you feel. Do you notice changes in your energy, digestion, sleep? Often, the smallest changes have the biggest impacts. If this video gave you a new perspective on calcium, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences in the comments. You might just help someone else start their own bone health journey. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on our next video, where we'll explore even more ways to stay strong, vibrant, and healthy after 50. Until next time, take care of your body and let it take care of you.